Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
It is Friday the 5th of June 2015. A very good morning to this is News First Prime Time Sunrise live on MTV Sports. I am Shahin Jirampati. We start off to look at the headlines. The President says that new amendments to the existing laws will be introduced to prevent destruction of forests and environment. 2 suspects arrested in India while attempting to smuggle 130 kilograms of Kerala ganja to Sri Lanka from Rameshwaram. Millions of US government workers hit by data breach. Well, today marks World Environment Day. The theme for the year 2015 is 7 billion dreams, 1 planet, consume with care.
World Environment Day was established by the United Nations General Assembly in 1972 to mark the opening of the Stockholm Conference on the Human Environment, and the first World Environment Day was celebrated on the 5th of June 1973. Sri Lanka's national theme of World Environment Day for this year is Sustainable Consumption Protects the Earth. While World Environment Day will be celebrated in Mongolia, Sri Lanka will mark the World Environment Day 2015 with a national ceremony at the Watadage historical site in Madaragiri, Polonnaruwa today, with the participation of President Maithripala Sirisena as the chief guest.
Meanwhile, issuing his message for World Environment Day, President Maithripala Sirisena says that new amendments to the existing laws will be introduced to prevent destruction of forests and environment. President Maithripala Sirisena says that persons who indulge in destruction of forests or harm environment will be punished under the laws of the country. President Sirisena goes on to note that the government is determined to protect forests and wildlife, adding that this exercise is aimed at creating a generation that loves the environment, flora and fauna. Also making headlines this morning, the Tamil Nadu police has arrested 2 people who were to smuggle 130 kilograms of Kerala ganja from Rameshwaram, India to Sri Lanka. The Tamil Nadu police said that the seizure is around 700,000 Indian rupees. Our correspondent in Rameshwaram said that the cannabis was to be smuggled into Sri Lanka concealed inside sacks of chili. The suspects were arrested after a van was inspected based on a tip-off received by the Tamil Nadu police. The Colombo Municipal Council says that there has been an increase in the number of dengue patients within the Colombo city. Chief Medical Officer of the CMC, Dr. Ruan Vijayamuni, states that household inspections will be conducted today. He added that around 1,300 cases of dengue have been reported this year alone.
We see an increase in the intermonsoonal rains in the Colombo city. With the increase in these monsoonal rains, dengue-related cases have also risen. 1,300 dengue cases have been reported from Colombo this year alone, while 2 succumbed to the fever. Due to this, the officials of the health unit of the CMC and officials of the Ministry of Health, together with the Tri-Forces and Environmental Police, will be involved in an inspection. With around 320 officials forming up to 60 teams, will conduct inspections in households in Colombo. We are hoping to inspect around 3,500 houses. We also conducted inspections yesterday and managed to inspect around 3,531 houses. The threat in this is that from these 3,531 houses, 401 houses have been found conducive for dengue breeding.
Minister of Health and Indigenous Medicine Dr. Rajitha Senaratne says that hating one another has led to the destruction of the country. The minister made this statement while addressing an event held at the Health Ministry yesterday.
This event was organized to felicitate 4 doctors who left the country to Nepal to assist in rescue and relief operations when a deadly earthquake struck the country's capital recently, and 2 doctors who won 2 silver medals at the Geneva Inventions exhibition. It is important that there are inventions such as this in a country where all of its people are against someone who is working in under-facilitated conditions. In other countries, if someone is inventing something, thousands of people come forward to help that person. That is what you call nationality. But our nationality is a nationality which is always against someone who helps the other. In our country, what we have is racism, which promotes hate among one another. This has led to the destruction of our country.
ඒකෙන් තමයි මේ රට විනාශ වෙලා.
Today marks day 29 of the Ranbhoomi Rally for Unity, which is spreading the message of peace and coexistence across cities and villages. The Ranbhoomi Rally, organized by MTVSports, Newsfirst, the National Youth Services Council and the Colombo Port City, will commence today's leg of the journey from Kamburupitia. We now join Siddharth Kotian for the latest on the Ranbhoomi Rally. A very good morning, Sid.
A very good morning. I'm talking to you now from just on the edge of the Singharaja rainforest, which is one of Sri Lanka's most beautiful national parks. This is day 29 of the Ranbhoomi Rally for National Unity. The first stop for today will be the town of Kamburupitia, and after that we'll be dropping straight south towards Matra and finally Weligama. That's going to be the last stop for today. Now, this Ranbhoomi Rally has only another 3 days to go before we reach the outskirts and the suburbs of Colombo, where we'll be having our rallies in Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, and a massive rally organized by the National Youth Services Council in Mahargama. And in another 4 days, we will be in marching straight down to Fort, and that's going to be the grand finale of this Ranbhoomi Rally. Now, as this Ranbhoomi Rally comes to an end, it marks the continuation of this conversation that we have with each other about national unity. And I hope moving forward, Sri Lankans will continue to embrace this idea of national unity between different ethnicities, with the differently abled, between the genders, across class and across creeds. This is Sid Kotian for the Ranbhoomi Rally, Day 29.
And that is a wrap of today's edition of Newsfirst Primetime Sunrise. It is an absolute pleasure having with us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shanjaram Parthi, wishing you a pleasant day ahead of you.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.